I wanted to hit gold rank with at least one of my accounts using the Hidden Warriors, and already by the end of day 1, I have successfully accomplished my goal using the Hidden Warriors on my Captain Borealis account and successfully hitting gold rank. And I'm actually very excited to show you the Hidden Warrior attack strategy that I've been using to get gold rank. Now, hopefully this meta will stay open for a little bit longer, but I have a feeling that it will be closing very fast. Let's do this. Good morning, good afternoon, and yes, good evening, Skull Army and friends. It's your boy, your friendly neighborhood SkullCrusher, coming right back at you with another Boom Beach video. And in today's video, I want to show you my Hidden Warrior attack strategy that I was able to utilize to hit gold on my Captain Borealis account for the first day of the season for S75 all in place. And first off, we were able to do it as a 3 ER. I'll be 4 ER tomorrow, so if you are just starting the season and you're looking for a decent 3 ER, this one actually was pretty good. So let me just get a quick grid formation if anybody would like to screenshot it and utilize it. But with that being said, let's jump right into the tech, because I want to show you the meat and potatoes, the bread and butter here, which I was able to utilize to make this happen here. Now, first off, the Hidden Warrior has to be maxed here, and I would even recommend maxing the Undercover Rifleman, because we're utilizing at least one boat of the Undercover Rifleman for mine clearing. And yes, trust me, it does come in handy with how gross it gets with all the boom mines and shock mines. On top of that 60% troop damage, you want to make sure that you have the extra 10% troop damage node selected, although that extra troop health probably will be beneficial as well. But I am going with that extra troop damage. And on top of that, going into 3 engine room, you want to make sure that you do have shocks. Now, you can have it maxed. Of course, the higher level it is, the additional seconds you get, which makes it that much more beneficial. For me right now, my shock currently is at level 3. On top of that, this was a crucial node as well. I've picked up the Hidden Warrior Boost node. I wouldn't recommend this to anyone unless you're actually serious about playing with the Hidden Warriors like myself, which we have picked up and we've utilized it to hit gold with Captain Borealis. We're doing this without Sergeant Brick right now. We did have to pick up the heavies to get the flare. The flare is tick 3. I was very tempted to bring that flare to tick 4 because gunboat energy gets very crucial when you're constantly flaring with the Hidden Warriors. So we're right up to 4 engine room right now, absolutely crushing it with the tech here. Building damage at plus 10%, troop health at plus 50%, troop damage at plus 60%, and then of course gunboat energy currently at plus 10%, but my gunboat is maxed as well. And this is the log that we were able to well, this was the log that, you know, my battles getting into gold rank here. I do want to give a shout out to the Three-Eyed Raven. That was one of my first boss fight losses there. And of course to the Saw Chain as well. But then of course we did match a gold player for the boss fight, which we did beat by 1 second, crushing it with 12 stars. Big shout out to the baby package here. But I want to start things out with a Shebang. Shebang did fizzle, so, you know, there's no time for me to give you here. But let me just give you an idea of what we've been doing here. So pay attention. We've got 3 boats of Hidden Warriors coming out for a direct flare to that top left engine room. And we're kind of staggering the drops here because I want to make sure that that first boat of Hidden Warriors is pretty much, you know, the cannon fodder. That first boat of Warriors is pretty much there to eat the shock mines and the boom mines. And then we've got a delayed 2 boats of Hidden Warriors in the mid here. So that's 5 boats of Hidden Warriors as well, also utilizing the delay and the shocks there as well. And then right at the end here, so this attack was all, check this out here. So now we're flaring to the top right here to try to move the Hidden Warriors on the inside to avoid those mines. And unfortunately, you're going to clip some of them. And there's not much you can do here, but it's all about just playing with the flare. So now you can see what I was talking about with, you know, making sure that that flare was at tick 3, possibly tick 4, because it does consume probably most of my gunboat energy. It's just the constant flaring, getting the Hidden Warriors moving. So big shout out to Shebang there. Chalkster, our boys over at Chicken Ship. Speaking of Chicken Ship, man, geez, great start of the season for Chicken there. I think he got up to global number 17. But Chalkster, GG buddy, this was a draw right here, 250 to 250. And this was, I believe, a similar style attack here. You can see those two boats of warriors coming out. So we're pretty much splitting up the hit here, dissecting the drops, with, utilizing 2 to 3 landing crafts of warriors for one engine room. There you can see that delayed drop there with 3 boats in the middle there. That first boat to pretty much eat the mines, cycling the shock as we get close. And then you're going to see that delayed 2 boats, 3 boats actually. And I think we did that. Actually, we probably should have gone 3 boats in the middle there, but we managed it. But it's the flaring. It's the constant flaring that just chews up so much gunboat energy. So even if you want to put a few ticks on that GBE node, that might not be a bad idea as well. But Chalkster, GG buddy. Of course, as we continue, this was Chinese character friend, 239 to 226. He was actually really, really slow. We probably should have lost that, but this was very simple. As you can see, 1 boat of hidden warriors there to take out that top left engine room. And then you're going to see the swarm here. So this one actually, I guess I panicked and I went with the undercover rifleman. So this one we're going to go ×4 here. Nothing special. This was just managing the GBE and the and the undercover rifleman. So I guess, yes, I did have at least one attack where we did send it with the undercover rifleman there. So pretty aggressive at the end there. We still utilized that 1 boat of hidden warriors, which would have been much faster than 1 boat of undercover riflemen to get that top left ER there. So now we've got MeFly here. MeFly actually did fizzle. And same style of hit here. You're going to see those, I think that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 boats of warriors. It looks like we're dealing with the right side first here, but just pay attention to that flaring, keeping it super tight. Remember, defenses don't attack the hidden warriors, the undercover riflemen, until they deal damage first. So as long as you can get them back there without losing too many on the mines and not losing too much GBE on your flares, it's a very viable strategy. I wouldn't recommend using the hidden warriors if you're playing one account because it is fun, but you probably are going to struggle, from time to time, and you're probably not going to progress as much as you would like if you were using other troops. But if you are playing multiple accounts, I definitely would recommend, at least rocking the hidden warriors on one and just, fully experiencing the madness here. So this was 304 to 224 against the Gekahas here. This was actually a really a good hit here. There was those 2 ERs on the left side, so we decided, look at that. So there's 2 engine rooms on the left side, 1 engine room on the right, and we actually sent 6 boats of warriors to deal with that 1 engine room on the right side, and that was because there's so many mines there, and this was kind of annoying here. So we had to go with a few crystal shield projectors, managing the flares, look at those ground flares, cycling those shocks as needed, and I think we managed a handful of warriors to get back there, but then we were tight on GBE here, 2 boats of warriors to pretty much manage the 2 engine rooms on the left side here. And as we kept this pushing forward here, we cycled the shock on the dual flamethrowers, aggressive flare, and that was an aggressive 304 with the hidden warriors. And of course, 3-Eyed Raven, GG. You know what? I'll show you my loss here, but 3-Eyed Raven did get me by 2 seconds here. I think I made the mistake of delay dropping too late. You're going to see the 1 boat of riflemen coming out. This should have been warriors. So if I would have made that boat warrior, the whole point of that rifleman was to eat the mines. So the riflemen were just, they were a little bit too slow. There's that delayed drop again. We would have had the exact same success with the hidden warriors clearing mines on this hit here. So we did lose our first attempted boss fight, GG, to the 3-Eyed Raven, and that one was by 2 seconds there. Evilest of beavers, man. GG. I did see you in OP stream earlier today, or if you guys watching this video tomorrow, yesterday, but 257 to 232 here. Again, absolutely crushing it with the hidden warrior. So that first boat of riflemen, that's my mine clear. That's my cannon fodder rifleman. So we've got the boom mines, we've got the shock mines in our path here. That's our second flare to reground it. And then you're going to see another ground. Actually, I thought that was going to be a ground flare. Direct flare to the engine room, cycling the shock here. And I wasn't kidding when I was talking about how much GBE you're going to be using just on flares. You're ground flaring. You're doing the mine dance. Most of the, if not all the Jeep, obviously we're using shocks and crystal shield projectors when it's needed, but majority of the GBE for these hits here are going into the flares here. Evil Beaver, GG buddy, my fellow sugar shipper. This was not a sugar ship account, but Borealis did beat Martini here. Martini did fizzle, which was actually quite surprising here. GG Martini. 1 boat of hidden warriors coming out to deal with that lone engine room on the left side, and look how gross that right side looks. So pay attention to the 1 boat actually of undercover Riflemen, and then we got 6 boats of warriors. A nice delay there, because I want the Johnsons to get a good head start here, because they're slower than the hidden warriors, and they do a good job eating all the mines here. Look at that ground flare right there. You're going to see another ground flare right to the back here. Just constant flaring, keeping it tight. It's pretty much called the mine dance, the flare dance, but very, very aggressive there. And Martini, GG, buddy. But we did walk away with that one right there. And then, of course, we had the saw chain. You know what? This is a perfect example of sometimes things not going your way. I don't know exactly where we went wrong, but I think we were sloppy on the right side. Excuse me. So 2 boats of warriors coming out there, managing, dealing up top, just constant flaring, crystal shield project. Yeah, we lost. Yeah, actually, we should have sent 3 boats. That's why we lost. We should have sent 3 boats on that side. Very slow. Again, that 1 boat of undercover riflemen is pretty much for mine clearing, but we would have had that same effect with the hidden warrior, so that was a little bit slow on the delayed drop there, cycling our shock. Actually, we didn't even have enough GBE for a crystal shield projector, but we did have enough. No, that's why we didn't have enough mustard in the bottle, because overall, I think that was just a bad hit for me, but sometimes, you know, things aren't going to go your way, and this was the epic boss fight here, the plus 12 stars, you know, matching the gold rank player, 3rd attempted boss fight for gold, getting gold, plus 12 on baby package, and of course, getting the win by 1 second. Check it out. This was a fun hit. So check that out. 1 boat of undercover riflemen, and then you're going to see, I think, 2 boats of hidden warriors. 1 boat! No, there's 2 boat. I guess we delayed that second one there. And just the ground flaring, doing the mine dance. Ground flaring, your warriors stay a lot tighter on the inside. When you directly flare building our defense, they tend to spread a lot more, which is why I am a big fan of ground flaring with warriors, because it's just a much more efficient way to group your warriors and just manage the hit that much better. There's the aggressive flare up top. I got nervous here. At this point, when we clipped so many shock mines on the final engine room, I thought we were going to lose it. And then when the battle ended and I saw that baby package was still in gold, I mean, you just, you know, you're like, oh man, we lost. But no, we won by 1 second, plus 12, GG, baby package, and honestly, Skull Army Boom community having an absolute blast with the hidden warriors, and that was my hidden warrior attack strategy that I was able to use to get Captain Borealis into gold. 2 out of the 3 accounts into gold on day 1. SkullCrusher also on gold, currently working on 3.0 SkullCrusher. My friends, Skull Army Boom community, if you have made it this far into the video, please do not forget to leave a like. It does mean the absolute world to me, does help the channel grow, and yes, of course, it does appease our YouTube algorithm overlords. We will officially be wrapping things up. It's now time to make like a Tom and cruise. We'll catch you guys on the seas for the next one. Peace!